Good day, everyone, and Mr. Al Aiman, our visual arts lecturer. Today, my group, me and Logoswari, will be presenting our major project that contributes 30% for our overall grade of Introduction to Visual Arts section MC013/ESUF 0524. We'll be presenting our stop motion project titled The Lonely Cactus and the Shooting Star. As for the introduction, our stop motion animation is an object motion animation, which means we use real objects and materials such as paper, sticks, and tissues to create the movement frame by frame, specifically 12 frames per second. The length of this stop motion animation is around 29 seconds, and the reason we chose this story because it encourages positive moral values such as empathy and kindness. Moreover, this story shows an unexpected beautiful friendship between a cactus and a shooting star. For the introduction of the storyline, in the beginning of the story, a tiny cactus named Mr. Cactus feels lonely and emotional, sitting alone on a barren windowsill under the moonlight. One night, Mr. Cactus sees a shooting star falling from the sky and becomes stunned, hoping his loneliness will finally end. Mr. Cactus gently pulls the star closer and cares for it by giving it a drop of dew to help the star shine again. As time passes, an unexpected beautiful friendship grows between them. The once lonely cactus becomes happy with his new companion, which is the shooting star. Through this stop through this stop motion, our group wanted to show that even when we feel lonely, a small act of kindness can always bring happiness and light into our lives. It reminds us that friendship can happen in unexpected ways and that no one is ever truly alone. Now let's look at the storyboard. Here is the storyboard. We have six scenes, and we are going to be explaining the breakdown of every scenes. So here's the breakdown of every scene. I'm going to explain the first three scenes. For scene 1, the tiny cactus, Mr. Cactus, is seen to be in his usual routine, sitting on a barren windowsill all alone on a quiet, empty night. We added a sound of wind to create a lonely and emotional mood. This sets the scene with an introduction of the main character, Mr. Cactus, showing how isolated and lonely he feels. For the second scene, we highlighted how sad, hopeless, and lonely Mr. Cactus feels, yearning for a connection he always longed for. In this specific scene, we wanted to show how he's struggling mentally with a mix of emotions, showing frustration to make the audience feel sympathy for him. And as for the third scene, a shooting star falls from the sky on a random night, with its light changing the dark scene to be brighter. This scene shows hope and excitement, showing that something good is about to happen, even when you least expect it.
Hi, good day, sir. My name is Logeshwari Murthy, and now I'm going to present about the scene 4, scene 5, and also scene 6. In scene 4, we witness a very magical moment. A bright shooting star suddenly fell from the sky and lands right to Mr. Cactus. Mr. Cactus looked completely shocked. After all, has been standing alone to the next to the window sill for a long time, and something this unexpected has never happened before. In this scene, we can see that it symbolizes how life can change in an instant. Sometimes something or someone new can enter in our life without warning, bringing excitement and curiosity. For Mr. Cactus, the arrival of the shooting star represents a new beginning, a spark of hope after years of being loneliness. It shows that even when we least expect it, something beautiful can come over our way to brighten our world. In scene 5, we can see that Mr. Cactus began to care for the shooting star. Although he has been alone most of his life, he still has a kind and caring heart. He makes a move closer to the star and tries to make sure it is safe and comfortable. We can feel that he is genuinely wants to help and protect it. This part of the story reflects a very meaningful message, which is that kindness can exist even in loneliness. Mr. Cactus doesn't expect anything in return, yet he chooses to help. His action shows that caring for others not only brings happiness to them but also to ourselves. The light from the star seems to glow brighter as Mr. Cactus helps, symbolizing how love and kindness can light up our lives. In the final scene, which is the scene number 6, the cactus and the shooting star become close friends. They share happy moments together, smiling and glowing with joy. The dark window show, which once looked empty and quiet, now feels warm and full of life. This ending reminds us that friendship can grow in most unexpected ways, even though the cactus and star are completely different, one from the earth and one from the sky. They still manage to connect and understand each other. Their friendship shows that true bonds are built through care, kindness, and acceptance. The story ends with a heartwarming message, which is no matter who we are or where we are come from, friendship can make our life brighter and more meaningful. Now I'm going to explain about the journey of our making our stop motion animation. Creating our stop motion animation was a meaningful journey and that took us about 4 days to complete. Each day was filled with creativity, teamwork and a lot of patience as we slowly brought the lonely cactus and the shooting star to life. On the first day, we began by prepping and crafting all the necessary props for our animation. We created items such as cactus, window, and stars using simple materials like tissues, pencils, colored paper, and ice cream sticks. We also used Yoo-hoo glue to hold everything together and shape each object carefully so that it would fit naturally into night theme background. Even though the material were basic, our group used creativity to turn into something meaningful and expressive. On the second day, we focused on adding colors to prop that we made earlier. We used different shades of green for the cactus, yellow for star, and soft blue for the background to create calm night atmosphere. Coloring took quite some time because the mood of our story. After finishing the painting process, we let all the props dry completely for the rest of the day to prevent any damage or color smudges during the animation process. On the third day, we began detailing and assembling the props. We attached the cactus to its small pot using glue, which is the same Yoo-hoo glue, making sure that it could stand firmly throughout the filming process. We also added a little touches as tone, facial expression, and pattern to make the cactus look more expressive and alive. For the shooting star, we added shiny details and connected it to the main star to give it glowing effect. This stage was very enjoyable because we could finally see how our characters will appear in the final animation. Finally, on the fourth day, we arranged all the props carefully and started shooting the stop motion. We set up the camera, adjusted the lighting, and positioned the character in their setting places. Capturing each frame required a lot of patience and coordination. Every small movement had to adjust slightly before taking the next picture. Once all the frames were completely, we viewed the shots together and felt proud to see our hard work come to life. Overall, the 4 day journey of making our stop motion taught us that creativity doesn't always need expensive material, just imagination, teamwork, and dedication. Each step brought us closer as a team and helped us to appreciate the effort behind every short animation we watched. Now I'm going to explain about the experiences that we get through making our stop motion for this art project. Creating our stop motion animation was fun, creative and meaningful experience for our group. We decided to create a story titled The Lonely Cactus and the Shooting Star because we wanted to deliver a simple yet powerful message about loneliness, friendship, and kindness. The idea of giving emotion and life to a cactus felt unique to us. It allowed us to explore how even something that seems lifeless or forgotten can still express feeling and form connections. From the beginning, our team worked together to brainstorm the storyline and sketch the scenes. We designed the characters using tissues and also other small props to make sure every detail fit the theme of the night, which is the before the window one. Creating cactus and shooting star characters was one of the most enjoyable part because we could show their emotions through their gestures and movements. We used Stop Motion Studio app to capture the frames, setting it to 12 frames per second to make the animation smooth and natural. Capturing each frame required a lot of patience because every small movement could change the flow of the story. We had captured carefully adjust the camera angle, lighting, and character position to make sure animation looked consistent. Once all the frames were captured, we used Adobe Premiere Pro to edit the video. This was the most exciting part because we could finally see our story come to life. We added sound effects like wind and soft background music to enhance the mood. The sound helped make the story more emotional, especially when the shooting star made the character for the first time. It gave the animation a warm and touching feeling that matches the message of friendship. Through this project, we learned a lot about teamwork, passion, and creativity, and also the time management. Every member of the group contributed ideas and worked together to solve small problems such as lighting issues, report communication, and also remote submission. We also discover how important timing, facial expression, and sound are creating a believable and engaging animation. Even though the stop motion looks simple, it requires a lot of effort, focus behind the scenes. Each small movement had to be carefully planned and executed. Through this experience, we not only improve our technical skills but also learn the value of collaboration and persistence. Overall, creating the lonely cactus and the shooting star taught us that animation is not just about moving objects, it's also about bringing emotions and stories to life through imagination and teamwork. That's all from us. Thank you so much for hearing, sir.